James Bond, Jason Bourne, John Wick, Atomic Blonde is being compared to all of these movies. Oh, no way. No way. So here's the thing, Darksiders. The only reason I'm reviewing this movie is because I said I would. That is the only reason I am reviewing this film. All right, Farsighter, so let's get into Atomicblonde. This movie is directed by David Leitch. It stars James McAvoy, John Goodman, as well as Charlize Theron. And it's a spy movie centered around the fall of the Berlin Wall in the 1980s. And it pretty much tells the story of a spy that has to get a certain item that contains some names that if they were to get out into the public, it could be very bad for a whole bunch of people. And that's all I'll say, of course, without spoiling anything for you. Now... Whew. Oh boy, let's talk about what I thought about this movie. My first problem with this film, Darksiders, is what this thing was visually. It really did feel like it did not know what it wanted to be. In some cases, we got this kind of high impact, stylized visual appeal, and in other cases, it was not that at all. It was very kind of tonally flat, and it went back and forth between the two. Now, I think what was going on here was the director was really trying to give us a different visual feel and look to the film. But the problem is it doesn't come off that way. And honestly, you guys, it came across as more distracting than anything else for me. And I get what was going on here. I get that we were trying to get a stylized film to go along with an 80s narrative of a spy movie. It just didn't work well for me. All right, see now, Darksiders, I feel like I need to give you some examples of films that were done in a very stylized manner visually, but worked very well for the type of story that it was telling. A good example of that would be Tim Burton's Batman. Another example of that would be There Will Be Blood. I don't know if you guys remember that really good movie starring Daniel Day-Lewis. What else? The Fifth Element is a good example of that. Sin City, if you like that series. I wasn't a big fan of that series, but it worked very well with the visual tone for the story that was told there. So those are all examples of what I mean when you have a nice movie that's told in a very stylized way that works very well with the narrative. This did not happen with Atomicblonde. So now let's talk about the narrative of the story, or the execution of the story in this film. And I got 3 words for it. I don't care. Didn't care about anybody in this movie. Didn't care what happened. Wasn't sad when the guy got shot. I don't even know what half of the people's names were in this movie. Honestly, like I don't even know what Charlize's name was in this movie. What was her? I just know she was the actor Charlize Theron who played the girl that went around doing basically 2 things in this movie. She was either beating someone up or she was looking for the thing. Beating someone up or looking for the thing. And that's what she did throughout the movie. Honestly, no, I really can't remember what her name was. So that was part of the problem with this, you guys. The narrative was pretty weak. I'm not even going to get to the aspect of where some people are complaining it's the typical spy kind of narrative setup. That's fine. And maybe it was like that in the graphic novel and they're just following what was in the graphic novel. I don't know. But it doesn't matter to me what the narrative was in terms of whether it was common or not. It was just not executed well. And then on top of that, the fact that the story was not told in a linear fashion also hurt. It would have been much better, honestly, to tell the story in a linear fashion and then give us a little bit of character background so we cared about somebody. I want to root for somebody. I didn't care about anybody. That was part of my problem with this film as well. And then people had the impudence, the audacity, the unmitigated gall to compare the fight sequences in this. Oh my gosh, to John Wick. Some people even compared it to Jason Bourne. What is the world coming to? Not even close, my friend. Okay, listen, I guess I can be a little bit of a team player because there were a lot of comparisons to her as the female James Bond as well. I guess I can go with that. No, I can't even go with that as well. Are you kidding me? Are you comparing her to the Daniel Craig James Bond? I hope not, because she's not that either. The fight scenes in this movie were okay. The scene on the steps, I'll give that to you. That was a nice scene. It was kind of visceral. It was nasty. That was cool. But the rest of the fight scenes here, to even put them in the same category as John Wick? Are you serious? Not even close. The timing was a lot slower. The movements were not as accurate. You know what? It would have almost been better had they done this in post-editing. I can't believe what I'm about to say is really changed up the angles. Shot it from different angles to make it look a lot more dynamic. I mean, Charlize was okay in this, but she definitely does not pull this off as dynamic as some of the people she's being compared to. Not even close. I mean, the timing was off with some of them, especially the scenes with the gunfights where literally she was waiting to shoot one guy before she shot another. You can't tell me that that looks the same as some of the gunfights in John Wick. No, not gonna accept it. No. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, this was a save your money movie for sure. Not even a save your money movie. Just how about we don't see it? How about we just let it go? we got some good stuff coming up. Check out the other stuff coming up. Got some nice stuff coming up. Some stuff still in the theaters. Go check that stuff out. Hey, go see the Emoji Movie. That's out. I know people right now, oh, this is wrong, man. You can't compare it to that. It's better than that, Al. Just don't go see that. Guys, this was not a good movie. It was not a good movie. Oh, no. Not a good movie at all. Darksiders, if you like this, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Please make sure that you give it a like, which is the same as a thumbs up. Make sure that you comment. I'm dying to know what you think about what I said. I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me. That's fine. Put it in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's somewhere around there on the screen. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out to watch. And here are some more videos that you probably want to see that I have put up there somewhere on the screen. Check those out as well. Thanks. Bye-bye. And I will see you on the next video. Peace.